Hey guys, as the video says, I got a new gun, which I'm very excited about. It's actually going to be my new carry gun. What you're looking at right now is my previous two carry guns. Whenever I leave the house, I either have this gun on me, which is a full-size Glock 17, which is chambered in 9mm, or I have this little guy on me, which is my Kel-Tec P3AT, which is a 380 cartridge this holds. Now this gun here with my +2 base plate I put on the magazine holds 19 rounds of 9mm, and then this gun right here holds 6 rounds of 380. So first let me just clear the guns for you and just show you that. Again, 9mm. Put that way off to the side. Nothing in the chamber here. Let's lock that back, do a physical check. Totally empty. Okay, now the Kel-Tec. There's the 380. Let me show you the comparison here between these two rounds. You can see there the 380 versus the 9mm. Try to line those up best I can for you. Alright, so let's put those off to the side. Let me check the chamber on the Kel-Tec. Now this gun here doesn't actually lock back, so I'm going to hold it like that so I can do a physical check. And now I know it's empty. Now I know both guns are cleared and safe to talk about. Okay, so as I was mentioning, these are my carry guns. For the most part, if I can get away with carrying my full-size Glock, I do. I can actually carry it even if I'm wearing shorts. It's just not as comfortable. So recently, throughout the summer, on some couple of hot days we've had, I grabbed my little Kel-Tec. I mean, that's why I bought it. It was a compromise. I wanted something super tiny, but I wanted to stay at least at 380 as far as a cartridge size. And I've been very happy with it. It carries extremely well, very comfortable. But again, you got a low round count. It's a compromise. It's a very small gun. So not only do I have a smaller round, but it's actually it holds less. I only hold 6 in here. So for a while, I was in the market for a new gun. I wanted to get something kind of in between both guns here, and I want something as big as my Glock. I wanted something that at least had the same or more round count as my Kel-Tec, but in a bigger cartridge, a bigger round. So doing a lot of research and looking at different guns in some local shops, not only the one that I normally go to, but I kind of spread out a little bit and got some guns in my hands I haven't seen previous. So, I just wanted to get an idea of how things felt. And ultimately, I decided to go with Glock. So I traded with someone online for a new Glock. Now, why didn't I just go out and buy one? Well, I would have loved to, but I just didn't have the money. Guns aren't a cheap hobby. And I know some of you guys still think I'm rich, but I promise you I'm not. So what I had to do was I had to sacrifice and give up one of my guns I already owned. And I know this is going to be heartbreaking, but the gun I gave up was my Smith & Wesson Model 586. That was that .357 Magnum revolver. I absolutely love the gun. I had no problems with it whatsoever. It's just like I said, I mean, it's just out with the old and in with the new. I wanted something new, and I didn't have money to buy it, so I had to get rid of something I already had. And in this case, that was the gun that I wouldn't say I didn't like it. I did love it. It's just I didn't have as much use for it as I do my other guns. It was just a target gun for me. I had no plans on ever carrying it, no intentions of carrying it at all. So I figured, I'll give that one up for a new gun that I will carry. So anyway, as I mentioned, I got a Glock. So now you're probably thinking, well, which Glock did he get? Obviously, it's going to be a little bit small in this. So did I go, compact? Did I go subcompact, the smallest Glock? What caliber did I get? Well, let's see. Let me put these guns off to the side here, and I'll show you what I got. And here it is. I got the Glock Model 36. Now, the Glock Model 36 is a subcompact and is chambered in 45 ACP. It holds 6 rounds, and as you can see here, what sets this apart from all the other models of Glock, this is actually a single stack magazine. Now, when I was looking at a subcompact, because that's what I knew I was going to get, I didn't want to just go compact. I wanted to jump all the way down to the quote-unquote baby Glocks, again for better concealment. Now, I looked at the 26, which is the subcompact version of the 17. It's chambered in 9mm. But even though I really like the gun a lot, I wanted to get a larger caliber because I am losing a round count, and I figured, you know, if I'm going to go large, why not just go real large? I skip right over 40 Smith & Wesson and I jump right to 45 auto. And then if I compare this to the 9mm, you could see that it is quite a large round. And I have shot 45s in my 1911, and they're a lot of fun to shoot, and they have incredible stopping power. There's nothing like a 45. Now, my local shop did not actually have any defensive loads in 45 auto. The guy who is directly in front of me online, believe it or not, bought the last 4 boxes they had. All they had was some Federal hollow points. So right now I just have some regular old Winchester full metal jackets, but what's cool is that even in 45, you know, these are still man stoppers. They definitely have stopping power. I do plan on getting some good defense loads for this gun, but for now, you know, a full metal jacket's better than nothing. So anyway, this holds 6 rounds, so it's the same exact round count. And let me actually put the loaded magazine off to the side, and I'll do a check here. Nothing in the chamber. It's definitely unloaded, completely clear, and obviously no magazine in there now. So let me do a comparison here between all 3 guns. Here's my full-size Glock 17. Here's my new carry gun, which is a little smaller, both in the height and the length. And then here it was my smallest gun. So this is the compromise right here. It's bigger than the Kel-Tec, but of course it's smaller than the full-size Glock. It still holds 6 rounds like the Kel-Tec, but it's a huge jump in round size, as you can see here. The difference between the 380 ACP and the 45 ACP. So obviously a lot bigger. And it is single stacked. I looked at the Glock 30, which I thought originally was the subcompact version of the you know, Glock in 45 ACP. But the Glock 30 is chunky. It is a chunky gun. It's fat, it's bulky. It does hold more. I think it holds 10 rounds as opposed to 6. But I really like the smaller size and feel of the 36. It feels really good. I got this gun used. I traded, as I mentioned, online with someone. And like I said, I gave up my Smith & Wesson revolver. As far as value, both guns were very similar in value. This gun is used, but the only wear on the gun really is right here, which I believe is called the barrel hood, this part of the gun here. And that's, of course, normal wear from the slide coming back, just rubbing on a little bit. So you can see the Tennifer coating rubbed off just a little there. But besides that, the gun is immaculate. It looks brand new. As far as like mods and stuff, I don't think anything's been done to this except for perhaps the trigger. The trigger actually, let me double check again, make sure I'm empty here. Nothing in there, no magazine in there. The trigger pull on this is actually extremely, extremely crisp. It's nothing like my stock trigger on the Glock 17. It's much more crisp. Now, I don't know if that's because this guy, I have to take the gun apart. I have not taken the gun apart yet, so I have to look in there. He might have put you know, some kind of upgraded trigger system. You know, maybe you know, different you know, weight, pull weight. Like I think the stock Glocks are what, 5 pounds or so, and I think you can get a 3.5 pound trigger disconnect lever or something like that. But anyway, it just feels really crisp, really good. And of course, as you can see here, I have the stock sights on this, as opposed to the night sights on the Glock 17. I'm probably going to keep this gun stock. I've upgraded my 17 quite a bit. The only thing I'm going to do this really is I'm going to put on the extended slide catch lever, because I do like that. But I'm not going to change the sights. I'm going to keep those as is. I'm not going to do anything else with it at all. Now this gun, like I said, it came used. Came with, let's see, 4 magazines. I have the regular stock Glock magazine. Let me put this aside and put the other Glock aside. So I got the gun. I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3 stock magazines. They all hold 6. And then I got a 4th magazine, which is a regular stock magazine, but it has a Pierce grip extension on the bottom here. Now, I don't really like this for carry. It kind of defeats the purpose. I mean, if I wanted a full-size handle, I would just carry my Glock 17. But for the range and stuff, it gives you a little more to hold on to. Let me give you a comparison here. Here's the stock grip. And let me show you in my hands. Now this actually feels pretty good. My pinky kind of grabs the magazine here. I don't feel like I'm not holding it good enough. I think the grip is definitely adequate. But of course with the grip extension, it gives you a lot more room for pinky. If you had a much larger hand, this would be definitely a better grip for you. So there's the comparison. But I'll probably take this grip extension off and I'll use the original base plate for that magazine. So that's what I got. The Glock 36. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to shoot this thing. It just feels real solid, and like I said, the trigger just feels really crisp. I'm really not sure if this is a stock trigger or not, but it feels really good. I can't wait to shoot it. So I want to get into tons and tons of details and compare this to the full-size Glock 17 more in depth. But again, I'm going to save that for the overview. I will be doing an overview video on this gun, as well as my AK-47. I know I've kind of put that off a little while. I've had a lot of requests for that. I'll definitely have a video on that, talking about both guns. As far as a gun collection update video, the only thing that's changed in my collection is the Smith & Wesson revolver is gone, and I got this Glock 36 and of course my AK-47, which I have not shown in my last update because I didn't have it at that time. So there it is, the Glock 36. I absolutely love it. Like I said, I can't wait to shoot it, and I'll report back to you after shooting it. I'm just going to see the difference in, you know, the kick of the gun, being that this is 45 ACP and it is a small package here. I want to see what that kick's like. But from what I've read and talking to people who own the 36 and the 30, they said it's really not that bad. It's manageable. It's not a big deal. But so far, so good. Love the gun. So thanks, guys, for watching. I always appreciate it. And hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.